Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your friend Beth. My name is Jared. There's Carl. And here is Spider-Man Blue. It's not called Spider-Man Blue on the book itself, but it's Spider-Man Blue. This is Jeph Leob, Tim Sale's Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man Blue. So this is a classic. I had recently read Daredevil Yellow, and it sent me down a rabbit hole of reading Daredevil that I haven't read before, finding out also that Bendis is like one of the best Daredevil writers and some of the best comics I've ever read. And so I was like, oh, okay, now that I'm kind of off my Daredevil, I want to read some Spider-Man. So I started here because I was waiting for ASM Volume 12 Epic Collection. I have it now, but now I'm on a whole nother tangent, so it's just going to sit on my shelf for a while. So I read Daredevil Blue, which I also haven't read in probably 20 years. But in that time, I have read all the stories in recent days that this book is adapting from and recreating. And in this weird way, I don't like it as much as the original. And I know that makes sense. Like, I see a lot of people put Spider-Man Blue as like top 5 must Spider-Man stories to read. And I don't disagree with that opinion. But like, I just really liked reading the college years of Peter Parker, or, more specifically, the Gwen years of Peter Parker. And I really just, I like it more than this book in a way, but I love Tim Sale's art in this book. It is fantastic. Sorry, I had something in my throat. And it's really cool kind of seeing it like recreated, but it's also like weird for me knowing that's not what he had said before. It kind of like, it's so, in a weird way. So like, if you know this story or you don't know this story, Peter is he's speaking on a tape recorder, and he's telling, Gwen, who is dead at this point, about his life with Spider-Man and how he fell in love with her. And there are some like changes, like that's not how the character, what the character said, that's not fully how that went down. And that's definitely not what that character was wearing. But the way I kind of chalk it up is this is Peter's memories of it all. And like, our memories aren't 100% accurate. So that's kind of how I chalk this story up. And it's a freaking great comic to look at. And if you haven't read it, it'll probably be a great read for you. And probably a great reread if you haven't read it in a while. I think is just what really just caught me off guard is just how different everything was, right? That's not what Mary Jane was wearing. We all know she was wearing blue jeans and a black shirt, but they changed it for this story. So, I don't know. I just get caught up on that for some reason, but it looks fantastic. Tim Sale's just incredible artist. He always like fills a scene that's been very lived in with this register and the things on the wall, the television, the drinks. He utilizes all the real estate in his storytelling, and I just love his work. So it's just a great book to flip through and just really look at the action. And what is awesome about this, even though it's a love story, it still manages to put a villain in a fight and an action scene, and all the Spider-Man bits, and mix it with all the melodrama and the love story all going on simultaneously. So it really does work out really well in that department. So it is just a solid book overall, but I say I just kind of have a little with it because I had, whenever the last Spider-Man movie came out, I started a Spider-Man reread, and I'm currently like 207 issues into it. And so like I've covered all these stories in recent years, and so it just feels off for me. But I do really like this book. It is solid and definitely worth owning. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.